Welcome back to Who Died Today, where we honor the stars whose legacies still resonate with us. In today's episode, we're remembering 4 icons who left us on October 15th. From the trailblazing health advocate who wasn't afraid to take on Hollywood, to the enigmatic actress who reshaped feminist cinema, and the NFL hero whose unimaginable comeback captivated the world, these stars broke boundaries and stirred controversies that we're still talking about. And trust me, you won't believe the shocking story behind number 1 on our list. It involves a demand that almost cost her entire career. But before we get into the untold stories and controversial moments that define these legends, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for more tributes to the stars who shaped our culture. You won't want to miss a single one of these jaw-dropping revelations. Number 3. Suzanne Somers, the blonde bombshell who defied Hollywood's expectations. Suzanne Somers, born Suzanne Marie Mahoney on October 16, 1946, left us just one day shy of her 77th birthday in 2023. The cause? Breast cancer, a battle she fought with grace and determination for over 2 decades. But let's not dwell on the end. Let's celebrate the vibrant life she lived. You might know Suzanne as the bubbly Chrissy Snow from Three's Company, but there was so much more to this blonde bombshell. Behind that $1 million smile was a savvy businesswoman, a health guru, and a survivor. One of Suzanne's most notable contributions was her fight for equal pay in Hollywood. After skyrocketing to fame with Three's Company, she boldly demanded a raise, requesting the same salary as her male co-star John Ritter. Hollywood wasn't ready for such a bold move, and as a result, she was fired from the show. But Suzanne stood by her principles. Her fight opened the door for future actresses, showing them it was okay to demand what they deserved. "I did it for all the women who would come after me," she once said. Her departure from Three's Company may have been controversial, but it didn't stop Suzanne from soaring to new heights. Her Thighmaster infomercials became a cultural phenomenon, making her a health and fitness icon. What many people don't know is that Suzanne was a pioneer of wellness long before it became mainstream. She promoted bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, which was highly controversial at the time. Critics questioned the scientific basis of her claims, but Suzanne stuck to her guns, often stating, "I'm not afraid to speak up for what I believe in." Suzanne's advocacy for alternative medicine faced harsh criticism, especially her stance on bioidentical hormone therapy and unconventional cancer treatments. Medical professionals questioned the legitimacy of her advice, yet Suzanne remained a fierce advocate, citing her own personal success with these therapies. Her book Ageless: The Naked Truth about bioidentical hormones became a bestseller, and though it stirred controversy, it also empowered many women to seek alternative health solutions. Beyond the controversies, Suzanne's influence on health and aging was profound. She redefined how society looked at aging women, turning age into something to celebrate rather than fear. Her enduring message, "Aging gracefully isn't about fighting time but embracing who you are." In her personal life, Suzanne was married to Alan Hamill, a Canadian TV producer and entertainer, and their marriage was one of Hollywood's most enduring partnerships. They married in 1977 and were inseparable throughout their lives. Hamill not only supported Suzanne through her health battles, but also worked behind the scenes to manage her successful career. As we bid farewell to Suzanne, let's remember her not just as an actress or fitness icon, but as a woman who dared to redefine what it means to age gracefully. Suzanne once said, "The best-kept secret in America is that people are aching to make a commitment if they only had the freedom to do it." Suzanne, you had that freedom, and boy, did you commit to living life on your own terms. Suzanne Somers passed away on October 15, 2023, after a courageous battle with breast cancer, just one day before her 77th birthday. Number 2. Delphine Seyrig, the enigmatic icon of French cinema. Now, let's travel across the Atlantic to pay tribute to a woman who was the epitome of French elegance and avant-garde artistry, Delphine Seyrig. Born on April 10, 1932, in Beirut, Lebanon, to an archaeologist father and a mother from an old Alsatian family, Delphine was destined for a life less ordinary. She left us on October 15, 1990, at the age of 58, succumbing to ovarian cancer. But in those 58 years, oh, what a mark she left on the world of cinema. Delphine wasn't just an actress, she was an enigma, a force of nature that directors like Alain Resnais, François Truffaut, and Louis Buñuel couldn't resist. Her breakthrough came with Resnais last year at Marienbad in 1961, where she captivated audiences with her ethereal presence and iconic Chanel gowns. But here's something you might not know: Delphine was a reluctant star. "I never wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a librarian," she once confessed. Fate, however, had other plans. Delphine was not only a star on screen, but also a force behind the camera. In the 1970s, she became a feminist icon, using her fame to advocate for women's rights and LGBTQ issues. She co-founded the Simone de Beauvoir Audiovisual Center, a film archive dedicated to feminist cinema. Seyrig's activism extended to the signing of the Manifesto of the 343, where she and 342 other women publicly declared they had undergone illegal abortions in France, a bold statement that helped push for the legalization of abortion in 1975. One of her most critically acclaimed performances came in Chantal Akerman's Jeanne Dalman, 23 Quai du Commerce, 1080 Bruxelles. Delphine's portrayal of a lonely housewife unraveling into madness earned her the Volpi Cup for Best Actress at the Venice Film Festival. Her performance, filled with long, silent takes of daily routines like peeling potatoes, revolutionized how women were depicted on screen. Delphine was married to American painter Jack Youngerman, and they had a son, Duncan. Though their relationship ended in divorce, Delphine found another great love in French actor Sami Frey. Their intense and unconventional relationship was often compared to the deep, complex characters she portrayed. In an era when actresses were often expected to be mere ornaments on screen, Delphine was unapologetically herself. "I'm not interested in playing characters. I'm interested in playing women," she once said, and she lived by that mantra, using her platform to challenge societal norms. Delphine Seyrig passed away on October 15, 1990, due to ovarian cancer, at the age of 58. Number 1. Dennis Byrd, the NFL star, who taught us the true meaning of courage. Last but certainly not least, we come to a man whose story of triumph over adversity inspired a nation: Dennis Byrd. Born on October 5, 1966, in Oklahoma, Dennis was a defensive lineman for the New York Jets, drafted in the second round of the 1989 NFL Draft. Standing at 6'A" and weighing 270 pounds, Dennis was a force to be reckoned with on the field. But it wasn't his stats that made him a legend. It was his spirit. On November 29, 1992, Dennis' life changed forever. During a game against the Kansas City Chiefs, he collided with teammate Scott Mercereau, breaking his C5 vertebra and leaving him paralyzed from the neck down. Doctors said he might never walk again, but Dennis had other plans. During his recovery, Dennis penned a poem every day, which became the basis of his book Rise and Walk the Trial and Triumph of Dennis Byrd. "Obstacles are placed in our way to see if what we want is really worth fighting for," he wrote. And fight he did. Against all odds, Dennis walked again just 3 months after the injury. His return to the Jets home opener in 1993 was a triumphant moment, earning him a standing ovation that lasted several minutes. After his recovery, Dennis became an advocate for player safety, speaking out about the long-term effects of injuries in football. His role in the NFL's evolving stance on player safety was significant, though not without controversy. He challenged the NFL to take player health more seriously, clashing with some league officials. Dennis was married to Angela Byrd, his high school sweetheart. Their love story, rooted in their shared faith and perseverance, became an inspiration in itself. Angela not only supported Dennis through his darkest times, but also helped him rebuild his life. Together, they had 4 children: Ashton, Zach, Ava, and Dakota. Dennis often credited his family and faith for giving him the strength to keep going. Dennis Byrd tragically passed away on October 15, 2016, at the age of 50, in a car accident in Oklahoma. These 3 figures, Dennis Byrd, Delphine Seyrig, and Suzanne Somers, may have come from different walks of life, but their stories of resilience, courage, and passion leave behind legacies that will continue to inspire. They taught us that life is not defined by the setbacks we face, but by how we rise in the face of adversity. Now it's your turn to take action. If their lives touched or inspired you, spread their legacy by sharing this video. Let more people remember the impact they left on the world. Tell us in the comments, how do these stories of resilience resonate with your own life? Who inspires you most and why? Like and subscribe if you want to hear more powerful stories of individuals who have transformed lives through their courage and determination. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let their lives inspire your journey, and let's make every moment count.